P&S Bead Maker.
Bead Maker.
Bead Maker.
Bead Maker.
Bead Maker.
Bead Maker.
Bead Maker. Bead Maker.
Right. Hey guys, it's Cardo. Welcome to the Bead Maker review. I'm going to be judging this product based off 5 different categories. The first one is going to be the ease of use, the versatility, the slickness, chemical resistance, and price value. I am going to be giving my opinion of this product based off those 5 categories and give it a score from 0 to 10. Satisfying visuals paired with some narrative commentary. So, let's get started. Topic 1. Ease of use. Before jumping into the review, we would need to understand what Bead Maker is as a product. I will have to note that my 16-ounce bottle is a special edition label, but other than that, the product is the same and I will reference it on the standard label from the gallon variant. Up first, this product is made by an American brand called P&S under the double black lineup. There are features mentioned such as it can be sprayed on the surface, will cure, have a hydrophobic shine, and is easy to use. And this product is made in-house in the USA. And just below the label are QR codes to scan for more information about the product over on the P&S website, such as SDS sheets, availability, and pricing. Please visit their website for more information. Now for the backside of the label, here you can find general information and instructions on how to use this product. The first headline is called Bead Maker, and it states that this is an easy protectant to use with a unique polymer blend that provides water beading and shine. Next headline was Directions. There are some suggestions on how to apply Bead Maker, so feel free to pause the video to read it all, but in short, it is recommended to apply this product on a clean surface for proper adhesion and best results. More about that later in this video. And finally, the last headline, Rennie Dole, with information about who he is and how this product line was formed along with other chemical information about Bead Maker. For more information, contact P&S with the provided information on screen. After taking a look around, I like how this product was designed with a professional theme in mind and straight to the point layout. The instructions are easy to understand. However, my only feedback is to maybe have the text size on the back a little bit larger, kind of like the front, would make it easier to read for those who are visually impaired. Other than that, from a design perspective, it has a unique appearance that is definitely recognizable with a professional presentation for those who want to get work done. Presentation aside, now it's time to explain how it feels to use Bead Maker from a user experience perspective, and for this we will be testing this on my recently washed and ceramic coated van. Despite being coated, it has a bit of a tacky feel after several maintenance washes with no paint protectants added, so let us see how Bead Maker reacts with this kind of surface. On the rear panel, I sprayed 3 times on the paint and 2 light spritz on the towel, and based off my expression, this has a very unique feeling when applying it on the paint. It is slippery slick and the gloss pops right away with an easy wipe off experience. After a couple of passes, the product has been leveled off effortlessly. And that's it. Really. This product, as stated, is really easy to work with as it is not tacky, streaky, or viscous. It is a water-like liquid-based paint protectant that can be applied evenly with ease, leaving behind a slick and glossy surface. Can this be applied on glass? Allow me to demonstrate the procedure and show you guys how it is to apply Bead Maker on glass. There is no PPF or tint on my window, so what you will see here is just the bare surface. First, I rid any smears and dust that could be on the surface with a traditional glass cleaning procedure. From there, I sprayed Bead Maker 3 times on the exterior glass and wiped it in with the same method. After a generous dry wipe, the glass was slippery smooth that you will definitely notice it right away. With added gloss and hydrophobicity can allow for the water to bounce right off for an easier clean and visibility on those rainy days. Now if you work outdoors in direct sunlight, you will notice the product can be a bit streaky on the glass and would be noticeable from the interior. So to address this, a spritz of glass cleaner, or maybe if you have rinseless wash on the towel, can wipe away the affected areas after a couple of passes. Several up, down, left, right motions, we can see that the streaks are now gone. Now, this is not something to negatively criticize the product for, as this can happen with any paint protectant, so with this demo, I am glad to report that Bead Maker is incredibly easy to apply on the glass, even in direct sunlight with summer California weather. So if you work in a weather-restricted area, there's nothing to worry about, as this product is easy to work with and forgiving if challenged by the climate. Topic 2. Versatility. This product was designed for the exterior, but did you know there are some unique interactions Bead Maker has with different materials other than paint? Let's find out. This is a surprisingly versatile product to use outside of the exterior, and for this demo I will be using the interior of this Cadillac Escalade that I maintain routinely to show you guys what I mean. Now, from what I have discovered is that Bead Maker is an extremely versatile product, as the polymer-based chemistry allows it to bond with many different surfaces with ease. You can apply this on glass, plastics, vinyl, leather, center console, steering wheel, buttons, door handles, and so much more, that as long as it's a solid surface and not fabric, Bead Maker can be applied. And the cool thing about it is that despite being a gloss enhancing paint protectant, for the interior it leaves a clean, natural finish. For plastic, vinyl, and leather, it leaves the material really soft. And for the gloss plastics and touchscreens, leaves them in such a buttery slick state that it is eye-catching and physically pleasant to touch. This works so well that I even got feedback from my own customers telling me that they enjoyed the finish and that it feels like a new car. So I am not the only one who agrees that Bead Maker, as a versatile product as it is, works incredibly well for the interior. The way I use Bead Maker for the interior is to apply this on the gloss plastics, door handles, door jambs, touchscreens, and most importantly, the steering wheel. These are common areas the customer will touch, so by applying Bead Maker to those areas is a night and day difference and will definitely be noticed by the customer, which will come in clutch if used as a towel wipe down cleaner. The surface does not even have to be that clean. For example, if you're doing an exterior wash and an interior wipe down, well, you can use Bead Maker as an interior detailer to wipe down any dust and smears, as it will leave the materials with a clean and soft feel, mimicking a deep clean. And it does not end there. You can use it traditionally on paint as a standalone or topper to any existing paint protectants. Apply it in the engine to leave the plastics hydrophobic for a quick dry and clean finish. The wheels for the same reason as the engine. Bead Maker is so versatile that I cannot show every place to use it, otherwise this would be a very long video. So from a versatility point of view, Bead Maker crushes it, as it has a unique chemistry that allows it to bond and leave a clean and conditioned feeling surface, so much that it is going on my must-have list whenever I do a detailing job, both for personal and business use. The only thing I will mention is that if you use this on, for instance, navigation screens or gloss plastics for the interior, just make sure that there are no streaks left behind, as the plastic is more porous than paint, so it will be more susceptible to smears and streaks. Not a deal breaker, but something to keep in mind, so make sure to double check your work before closing the detail. Topic 3. Slickness. Now, I'm not going to perform any crazy scientific numbers or water bead retention angles, but give my thoughts on how it feels after using this product for almost a year and 2 gallons through. Yes, there are dedicated tools and methods to measure slickness for any paint protectant, but I feel like at the end of the day, it all comes down to how you feel the product is performing and the results it provides. So with that said, I am going to apply some Bead Maker on my hood after a couple of ceramic coating maintenance washes. So in order to prep the surface, I wiped it down with O&R and prepped it with P&S Paint Coating Surface Prep, which is their IPA. Yes, this is not going to give me a bare surface, as I do have a recently applied ceramic coating, but I can confirm that the surface was grippy after wiping it down with IPA. So from here, I applied Bead Maker over to see how it performs. I will split the panel in two. On the right side, I will apply Bead Maker on the towel and the panel, and on the left side, just the towel. Starting with the right, I sprayed 4 light mists on the towel and 3 whole sprays on the panel in different locations. Then I wiped on and wiped off like a traditional wax. From literally 30 seconds of wiping according to my video length, the paint was slippery slick like brand new glass, and that is with me using latex gloves designed with extra friction. The slickness appears almost right away after leveling the protectant, so there is no need to do any excessive work, and because this is a liquid polymer based chemical, the application and user experience is effortless as mentioned in topic 1, ease of use. For the left side, I grabbed a new towel and applied Bead Maker only on the towel and wiped it in on the paint. And really there was no difference in slickness, but I did notice the right side had a bit more gloss considering that has more product sprayed over. So while not a scientific test with expensive laboratory equipment, hopefully my feedback here and from other videos gives you an idea on my thoughts about Bead Maker's capability to provide slickness on the surface. Topic 4. Chemical resistance. In the jankiest corner of my own home, I have a junkyard panel that's just been sitting there for almost 2 years, and we will be testing Bead Maker's ability to withstand automotive chemicals after curing. For obvious reasons, I am not going to spray chemicals on a vehicle that's actively being in use, so for this test I will use a beat up test hood, and while it is not glossy and contaminant free, this is more than enough to allow us to see how Bead Maker can hang with an influx of chemical punches. So up first, I had to wash the panel first. I don't think I have to explain how dumb it would be to wipe this down with a general spray cleaner. So here I would foam the whole surface in some P&S all-purpose cleaner diluted 1 part product to 4 parts of water. And no, I am not using deionized or spot-free water for this test. This is straight from the tap source. It is hilarious how despite the surface being heavily caked on with 2 years of organic grime, the APC managed to dislodge and loosen some of the dirt, which tells me this is still in a recoverable state, but that is not the focus of this video. So I foamed it up once more and let it dwell a little longer with the cleaner just to knock off as much of the residue and grime off as possible so we can apply Bead Maker on a bare surface. From there, I just rinsed everything off, and as you can tell on camera, the water behavior indicates that there is, well, nothing on the panel. Not a single bead was found, which is good. Afterwards, I just foamed the panel once more and performed a definitely not swirl-free wash with the same APC procedure to rid any of the grime that couldn't come off from just a contact-free rinse. Then I dried the surface with a general-purpose towel and the same IPA from P&S. This is starting to look excessive at first, but I really wanted to get as bare of a surface as possible so I can see how Bead Maker alone can withstand common car care chemicals. After a dry, I put a tape line to get a clean 50-50 and applied Bead Maker on the left side. I sprayed the product on the panel and some on my towel to ensure there was enough product covering the whole surface evenly and generously. I am not joking, there are a lot of particles on this panel that it felt like sandpaper, but even with that, Bead Maker managed to add slickness and a very subtle amount of gloss, which was surprising to me considering how shot this test panel was. Impressive if I do say so myself. After applying Bead Maker, while not recommended, I sprayed water over to show the hydrophobicity test minutes after application. The reference side had no beading whatsoever, with a really slow flat sheeting water behavior. However, the second I sprayed the coated area, my goodness did them beads appear everywhere. And that is the crazy part. I am showing you guys on a test panel that has who knows how many years of gritty contamination, and even with all of that on top, Bead Maker managed to make the panel hydrophobic for the water to bead right off. This was an impressive test because this is the first time I've used Bead Maker in such a scenario, and after seeing the results I can conclude that no matter how beat up your car may be, this product will definitely bring some hydrophobicity and slickness to the surface. On top of that, drying the coated area was much easier since there was less water on the panel than this reference side. This can lead to less downtime and towels when drying your car after the wash. Definitely a bonus if applied. One day later, I let Bead Maker cure for about 20 hours to allow the product to properly adhere over this time frame. And just to check once more, I performed a water beading test so you can see how it was doing, and it was pretty much the same, so no comment here. Now, to do a chemical test, first up was P&S all-purpose cleaner at the same 1:4 ratio from earlier. I foamed the whole panel evenly and let it dwell for some time. I chose an all-purpose cleaner because it is a common chemical for some detailers to use as a pre-treatment for the lower areas of the vehicle, or do a whole APC pre-wash if the vehicle is hammered. After rinsing the product off, we can see that while that beading behavior is almost non-existent, there was at least a sheeting behavior, so technically it is still removing the water and that there is still a layer of protection still on the surface. Sure, it's a bummer that about 50% of the product is gone, but honestly, this is an all-purpose cleaner and is pretty strong, and P&S never made the claim Bead Maker is a chemically durable product. So with this result, this is completely normal. Next up was an iron remover. For this test, I chose P&S Iron Buster to spray the panel and let the chemical sit for a minute. Now, the idea of this is not to remove contamination, as this test panel is beyond an iron remover, but just to see how Bead Maker would react after an influx of this chemical. So a liberal amount of iron remover was sprayed over the coated side and left to dwell for a few minutes. Now, this is a black panel, and seeing the purple bleeding reaction is hard to see, but with the help of a white towel, I wiped a small section, and yes, the iron remover is indeed melting away the iron deposits. I did wait for a couple of minutes, so instead of just standing around, enjoy this segue to my Instagram. I have a lot of content over there, so do me a huge favor and follow me over there on IG, since I am very active posting updates to future videos, doing live Q&As, behind the scenes, and much more. Now back to the video. I rinsed off the spent product, and according to my eyes, I think a little bit more of Bead Maker was stripped off, but not in a significant amount that would be noticeable for many. We can still see the water is still being rejected by the remaining protectant, so while not beading, sheeting is still better than nothing. So this is fine in all honesty. The final chemical, a dedicated strip wash soap from CarPro called D-Scale, which is an acidic-based formula designed to tackle tough dirt and shock waxes and sealants right off. So let's see how Bead Maker can withstand against this heavy hitter. I followed the recommended dilution of 1 part product to 10 parts of water in the foam cannon and lathered the panel in some strip wash solution. Because this is a car shampoo, I agitated the panel with a towel and worked around it for both sides with some linear up, down, left, right motions, letting the product do the work instead of aggressive agitation. Sure, I could have let it dwell, but I don't think anyone would just use this soap as a contact-free shampoo, so some agitation would not only make sense, but it's realistic enough so we could see what exactly would happen to Bead Maker after a session like this. I rinsed the product afterwards, and almost right away you can see that most of the Bead Maker had been shocked right off. Not going to lie, this was kind of expected. What did you think was going to happen for a soap designed to strip off waxes and sealants? Now, is this a good result? In all honesty, I think this is perfectly fine. Why? Because Bead Maker is, well, it's not a sealant, it's not a wax, it's not a quick detailer or anything. It's its own category. This is its own thing. P&S never made the claim that this is a chemically durable product, so this chemical test result is perfectly fine, and I'm sure many paint protectants out there will have a similar result. Well, as long as they don't make the long-term durability claim. Now, I did not apply Bead Maker to the other side because I was going to apply a fresh coat after an influx of chemicals, so we could see how a fresh layer of product would look compared to post-testing. I rinsed the surface, and as you can see on a fresh layer of Bead Maker, we can see that there is a lot of beading while the other side is sheeting water. I would argue there is about 20% of Bead Maker left on the tested area, so while not beading like crazy, it is still rejecting water, slowly but surely. So in my subjective opinion, even with all of the bombardment of chemicals thrown, I think Bead Maker has pretty solid durability against harsh chemicals, and given the easy application it has, if you did strip off a bit on your car, it would be an effortless process to reload it again with some product. Topic 5. Price value. Everything I'm about to discuss for pricing is going to be subjective because value varies for everyone, so if you would like to provide some feedback, be sure to let me know in the comment section below. The prices that I will mention will be in USD and coming straight from the P&S website, so for Bead Maker, I'm going to talk about the different container sizes to which I will display on screen for your convenience. The 16-ounce bottle costs $13.48, the 1 gallon at $38.83, and the 5 gallon at $176.88. While I could compare Bead Maker to another product or brand, here's the thing, I can't. The thing with Bead Maker is that it is its own thing. It is not a wax, it's not a sealant, it's not a quick detailer, it is not any of those things. It is its own category of boosting the gloss and adding slickness. P&S even mentioned at one time that they did not want to call it a wax or a sealant, but leave Bead Maker as the name alone. And honestly, I am all for it, and I agree with this interpretation in my subjective opinion. If you are starting out as a detailing business or a hobbyist, then the 16 ounce is a great option to get you started in case you are not going through that much product. A little goes a long way, so expect a single bottle to last you several SUVs if applied reasonably. If you're detailing as a business and going through plenty of vehicles, then the gallon makes sense as it has a much lower cost per ounce than the 16 ounce bottle. There are other options out there that I am aware of, but I think with the way P&S designed Bead Maker, I feel like it is its own category that cannot be compared to for its ease of use and versatility, something that other paint protectants may struggle, especially with the way Bead Maker is priced. So if you agree or not, let me know in the comment section below. Alrighty, the P&S Bead Maker review. What's my score? What do I think about it? Well, I give Bead Maker a 9.3 out of 10. That is a very good score for a paint protectant, and I'm glad to have this in my arsenal and use it throughout all of my details for both the interior and the exterior. Now, of course, I am going to be breaking down all of the categories one by one just so you guys can understand why I got that score, and I can go more in depth with you guys. Now for the first subject I'm going to talk about is ease of use. I will give this a 9.5 out of 10. This is, the best word I can probably describe this is effortless. Like, you would have to really mess this up to have this fail on you. The ease of application is just easy on, easy off. Honestly, for what it is, you'd be almost a fool not to try this out. So I say give it a shot and let me know what you think in the comment section below. So in case you are struggling a little bit with this product, I will have to say that be mindful when using this in direct sunlight. If you're in really hot summer, I say just be mindful of that. Use common sense. Don't work on the panel if it's like 120 degrees. Honestly, that's just not logical thinking, and you should probably find some shade or schedule at an early AM or a PM to work on your vehicle. So for the ease of use, I would have to give this a 9.5 out of 10. Pretty solid score, and it is very, very easy to use. The next category is versatility. For versatility, I would have to give this a 10 out of 10. This is an amazing product to use, not just the exterior, but you can use this on the interior. I know that's crazy to think, a paint protectant on the interior. Yeah, this is a really versatile product. The way I have been using it is if I'm going to do a wipe down procedure, like just a quick wipe down, I would actually use Bead Maker. When you apply it on plastic, it doesn't make it shinier, it leaves it so buttery, soft, and smooth. Yes, I use this product on some of my customers' vehicles, and sometimes they even tell me like, oh my god, you did so much on it. On key areas where the customer usually touches the vehicle, the steering wheel, the navigation screen, the door handles for both the interior and the exterior, I would apply a little bit of Bead Maker. And when the customer hops inside and then they touch the steering wheel, the door handle, and they look at the navigation screen, they're like, oh my god, it is slippery slick. Like, if you want to try this out, how it's going to feel, apply some of this on your smartphone and you will understand what I'm talking about. Yeah, this is a very versatile product, which is why I gave it a 10 out of 10. Next category is Slickness, and this this also gets a 10 out of 10 on the score. I have not had a product that is so consistent with the slickness. Now, I've tried so many paint protectants out there, from really durable sealants to somewhat okay waxes to very short-term quick detailers, or even high gloss and high slickness quick detailers. This is so reliable. That's the best way I can describe. This is so reliable on slickness that I can use this on any surface that I want with. And the funny part is that it even made the test panel slippery slick. A test panel that had a bunch of contamination, paint chipping off, a lot of like iron particles that you can feel it's gritty. And this made it slippery slick too? Now for ceramic coatings, whoo, if you thought a ceramic coating was already slippery slick as it is, this will make it probably frictionless if you apply this on a ceramic coating, and that's the benefit. I have two vehicles that are ceramic coated, and when I applied Bead Maker, there's been times where I'm like, am I touching the paint? Oh, I am, because it has Bead Maker on it. And honestly, when you wipe it on with the towel, I sometimes have to hold on the towel so it doesn't fling right off. That's how slick it is. And I love this product so much because it is so dependable and reliable for both the exterior and the interior. And arguably, I would have to say the engine bay as well. That's how dependable and reliable it is. for the slickness of Bead Maker. Alrighty, and the next category is chemical resistance. I will have to give this a 7 out of 10. Not good, not bad, but it's pretty okay. Alright, now because this is the first chemical stress test for the channel, I just wanted to mention a couple of things. Now, I'm not going to throw acetone, an active wheel cleaner, estrate acid, tar remover, and all those excessive chemicals that, realistically speaking, we are not applying that to our cars every single day. I think an alkaline-based cleaner, such as an all-purpose cleaner to pre-treat the surfaces, is very common. An iron remover, which I'm sure a lot of people use to do some maintenance, upkeep with their vehicles, and then D-scale dedicated strip wash to remove the paint protectant, so that way you can reveal a bare surface to apply fresh new paint protectant, or just do some toppers or whatever paint protectant you want. All honestly, man, I think it held up pretty well. Now, P&S never made the claim that Bead Maker is going to be a long-term sealant. Like, I just don't see that with this product, and that's completely normal. Now, how it held up, I think it's pretty well. I wasn't expecting like super high durability. So with that said, I think Bead Maker held up pretty well with all three chemicals that it was subjected to. And yeah, that's what I think about this chemical resistance test. So let's continue with the review. And the next category is price value. I have to give this a 10 out of 10 as well. What you are getting right here is just so valuable. That's what I have to say about this product. It is so valuable, but if you get the gallon, this is the most valuable one in my subjective opinion. And like I said at the beginning, I can't call this a wax, a paint sealant, or a quick detailer, because this is its own thing. It is a gloss and slick enhancing paint protectant, and that is the reason why I gave this a 10 out of 10 for price value. Alright, and that is it. The P&S Bead Maker review. I'm giving this product a 9.3 out of 10. That is a very good score for a paint protectant, and I know there's other options out there, but none of them have been as consistent and reliable as Bead Maker. I have tried out many waxes and durable sealants out there, and none of them can just match the gloss and slickness that I get from Bead Maker, on top of being an easy to use product. I love this product so much. This is already my second gallon that I've already put it on my IK sprayer and refilling my special edition 60-ounce sprayer that Sydney actually signed over at P&S. So yeah, I love this product so much, and I've been getting great feedback from my customers as well. Whenever I apply this on either the interior or the exterior, they always tell me, oh my god, it feels so slick and smooth. Oh, it looks very glossy. Well, it's Bead Maker. So yeah, guys, make sure you guys let me know what you think about Bead Maker. How do you use it in your business, or do you use it on your own personal vehicles? Let me know in the comment section below. So yeah, 9.3 out of 10. That is a great score for a paint protectant. And if you guys want to see more videos like this, make sure to let me know in the comment section below what other products you want me to check out from P&S or a different brand, so that way I can give my own constructive opinion with a thorough review like this video. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe down below for more future content like this down the road, and make sure to hit that bell icon so that way you're notified with every video that I upload. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. You have a good time.